Hi everyone, Joel at CodeBreak with another episode of Stay Hungry. Today I'm going to be talking about the 3 things you need to know before you jump into digital advertising. So, every company in the land knows they need to be doing digital advertising. If you're not doing digital advertising or you haven't heard of digital advertising, you've been sleeping. And every agency you bump into, every business coach you bump into, all the YouTube ads you see, they're all telling you to do it. They're all telling you to get on it, that now's the best time, that you've got a captive audience, that everyone's sat there waiting to see your ads. And then to compound that, the social platforms themselves are bombarding you with adverts to advertise. They're telling you how easy it is, boost this post, do this to get more likes. And it's all just a bit of a brain melt. Social platforms bombarding you, agencies bombarding you, YouTube ads bombarding you, business coaches bombarding you. What do you do? And then you get out there, you launch your social media ads, and what happens? Nothing but a great big dent in your wallet. So frustrating. And worse, your competitors seem to be flying. Their ads are getting engagement. They seem to be getting clicks to their website. You're hearing about the fact that they're recruiting all the time. You're hearing that they're winning jobs. So what's going wrong? Well, there's 3 things you need to nail before you even start doing ads. And if anybody's pushing you to do your ads before this, they're wrong. There, I've said it. If an agency's pushing you to do your ads before you've done these 3 things, if a business coach is pushing you to do them before you've done these 3 things, or if YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or whoever is telling you to do them before you've done these 3 things, they're wrong. So, make sure you've got an informed choice before you jump into this, because digital advertising is an easy way to spend a lot of money with no results if you don't know what you're doing. Tip number 1, what's your customer worth? If you don't know what your customer's worth to your business, how do you know how much you're willing to spend to acquire them? It differs from business to business. If you're a sweet shop and the average customer is worth £1, you're probably not going to want to spend very much to acquire that single customer. If you're a car dealership and the average customer is worth £30,000 and the profit in that transaction is £7,000, chances are you're willing to spend a lot more to acquire that customer. So until you know that key piece of information, how on earth do you know what your advertising budget's going to be? Now, the mistake a lot of businesses make is they base their marketing and advertising budgets on previous performance. So, oh, we had a good month last month, therefore we've got a bit more budget. And that's simply not how it works. It works based on what the acquisition cost of the customer is. So if you want to grow, guess what? You need to spend more on advertising. And if your customers are worth £100,000, you're going to have to spend more on advertising to acquire that kind of customer than somebody whose customers are worth £100. Simple. Number 2, who are you selling to? Now, the trick is here to not be too close to your business. We all think that everybody needs our product or service, and we all feel really, really close and passionate about that because obviously we think we're giving a good product or service and we know that we're going to deliver ahead of our competitors. But guess what? The customer doesn't care. If you try and appeal to everyone, you'll end up appealing to no one. So try and sell to the people who are most likely to buy from you. Who's the core audience most likely to buy? Because they'll be the least expensive to advertise to. They're the easiest to convert. And in a country with 60, 70 million people, you really haven't got to worry if your audience is big enough or not, unless you're a massive volume business, which I suspect you're not if you're watching this video. So niche down to your core audience and sell to the people most likely to buy from you. Number 3, stop talking about yourself. I do it, other businesses do it. Everyone's at it, listing their benefits. Well, guess what? Go on your competitor's website, have a look at your competitors' ads. They're all just listing their benefits and nobody cares. Talk to them about them. What transformation are you going to provide? What solution are you going to provide? What is it that your product fixes for them that other products don't? A great example of this, I don't know if you remember the 90s advert for Shreddies, but it was about keeping hunger locked up till lunch. One little line, keep hunger locked up till lunch, but it says it all. It talks about the transformation, the benefit to the user, not about the fact that it's got riboflavin, B2, vitamin this. Keep hunger locked up till lunch. So what's the core message for your product or service that gets that over? So number 1, what's your customer worth? Number 2, who are you selling to? And number 3, what transformation are you going to provide? Once you've nailed those, then you can look at your digital ads. And if you're still not sure, hop on a discovery call with myself or Andy. We'd love to chat to you. Just visit codebreak.co.uk and you can book it there. All right, I'll see you again.